Hello, today's date is November 6, 2018. For today's video source inspection, we are going to be reviewing a fully refurbished 270S model spin rinser dryer. Due to confidentiality reasons, I will not be giving you my customer's name. However, I do have their PO number handy as well as their general location. The customer is located in Camarillo and their purchase order number is 4500773-101. Get that out of the way. Okay, so we have a fully refurbished 270S model. As you can see, it's in the poly configuration today. Let's go ahead and see what we're working with. We have air purging into the bowl. We have an A182-39 MLB rotor. We have a half load of wafers with one space in between all of them. And we just finished running a recipe, so the cassette's a little warm. So what we're going to do today is we're going to run a full recipe for this spin rinser dryer. We're going to show that the tool is fully functional. I'm going to discuss our refurbishment spec with you, as well as our spare parts and service support and some equipment that we offer here at SciTech. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started, and we'll show you how happy our customer is going to be with this tool when they reinstall it in their fab. Okay, so we will have a 90-second rinse today. This is our customer's recipe, not SciTech's. We usually do a shorter rinse, but we want to show the customer exactly what they're getting when they install the tool. I'm going to discuss the refurbishment process at SciTech. Every single SRD that comes to SciTech for a refurbishment goes through the same extensive process. First, we take the tool and break it down to the component level. From there, we individually test components as well as chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts. Okay, so we're right at about 600 RPMs. If you're within 4 or so RPMs, the controller is calibrated perfectly with the PSC 101s. Once we've broken the tool down to the component level, we begin to build SRD head assemblies from the ground up. Once we completely finish building the tool back up, then we install the tool in our dry quality control. In dry quality control, this is where we test the SRD for function without installing facilities. Okay, so we have about 20 seconds left in our rinse, and then we'll be moving to the next step in our process. Once the tool passes dry test, we move it into our wet quality control. This is where we install facilities and test the SRD for full function. So I'm going to pause here while we move on to the next step in our recipe. We should be ramping up in RPMs now for a 10-second purge. Tool is still running nice and smooth. And now we're in our dry one, which will be 60 seconds. Once the tool passes our wet quality control, that's when we install it into the final configuration, which you see before you today. Not all head assemblies are sent in with poly. Sometimes the customer will send in an entire double stack. This customer sent in a single head with the poly. So another step of our refurb process is also evaluating, cleaning, and making any necessary repairs to the poly that comes in with the tool. 30 seconds left to go in our dry one. Once the tool is in final test, we film a video source inspection for a customer's approval before shipping the tool out to them. And we also perform burn-in testing. This is where we run 50 or so various recipes at different speeds. And we're about to move into our dry 2. I will go ahead and begin discussing our spare parts and service support here at SciTech as we ramp down in RPMs. This is going to be a very long dry 2, 300 seconds. So when it comes to spare parts and service, SciTech can provide customers with 100% of the spare parts and repairs needed to keep their tools up and running. Some of the repairs that we perform at SciTech for spin rinser dryers, including the refurbishment, are controller repairs, such as the PSC 101, 102. For the older tools, the 228 and 328 controllers, as well as the 328Is. We also repair LC4 and LC5 amps, rebalance rotors, rebuild motors, as well as RSP rebuilds too, the rotor stop positioner. All the repairs that I just noted, we supply those parts in new or refurbished condition as well. Give us a call for more information at 916-797-9000. And if you're on the West Coast, I'm Matt Gifford, and my extension is 2204. If you'd like to see the parts we provide, please visit www.scitechprocess.com. And if you know what you need, feel free to send us an RFQ at our website or email us at sales@scitechprocess.com. Okay, 225 seconds left. In addition to the parts that we repair, we support and supply 100% of the parts as previously stated. Some of the parts that I haven't named include the windows, door seals, ACR valves, pressure sensors, tax sensors, heater elements, and more. As you can see, SciTech is the worldwide leader in spare parts and service. So we're within 4 RPMs of 600. This is our low RPM dry 2. With our high speed RPM, we were spinning at a faster speed to try to sling off as much water as possible of the wafers. And now we're letting our heater elements, our blanket and our N2 heater do the work to dry the substrates. Okay, tool's running very smooth. Okay, we have a little extra time with this video due to the long drive process. I want to discuss an upgrade that this SemiTool SRD is eligible for. We have a plug-and-play replacement controller for PSC 101s and 102s. It's called the Slick Device controller. It works on S model rinser dryers like this one as well as F models. Basically, the Slick Device has a user-friendly graphical touchscreen interface. And there are a lot of other qualities that are great about it too. This includes an N2 purge saver option, which allows customers to save costs on N2 when the spin rinser dryer is in idle mode. We are able to turn off the N2 altogether while in idle without shutting off our controller, which is the only way with the S model PSC 101 here. Okay, we have about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Other qualities of the Slick Device include anti-static monitoring. Oftentimes fabs don't realize that there's a problem with their anti-static until they run into particle issues. We have a graph on our controller that helps customers identify if their anti-static has failed, or even better, if they know it's about to fail. So we have about 80 seconds left. I've discussed a little bit about our Slick Device. We have other videos at our YouTube channel. If you search SciTech Process Solutions, you can learn more there. I'm going to discuss and list off some of the equipment that we provide outside of spin rinser dryers at SciTech. We provide box washers, including the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030, mask cleaners, such as Ultra T and K and S, YES ovens, metrology tools, barrel ashers and eshers, profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more other tools, and a variety of microscopes too. As you can see, SciTech is your one-stop shop for front-end fab equipment. Okay, so we're starting to get very close to the end of our recipe here. We have just under 30 seconds left. When you see the time hit 0, that doesn't mean that it is safe to open the door yet. What we're waiting for is the rotor stop positioner to fire and to place our cassette and rotor in the upright 12 o'clock position. And once it uprights there, the door seal will release air, and that's when it's safe to open the door. So we have 2 seconds left. Okay, now we're ramping down. When we get to 75 RPMs, boom, rotor stop positioner fired. I just heard the door seal release. It's now safe to open the door. And if we want to get a closer look, we have warm N2 purging into the bowl. This is exactly what we want. We have residual droplets of water in the bowl. We also want to have a few drops of water after our recipe concludes. This is because if you have a bone dry bowl, you're more prone to particle issues. Now if I pull out our cassette, the cassette is nice and warm. Substrates are completely dry. Okay, so we ran a successful recipe. Our customer's going to be very happy to get this tool back. We actually did an expedite. If you need to get a refurbishment, have it expedited, please ask one of our salespeople. Our number is 916-797-9000. And if you're on the West Coast, I'm Matt Gifford, and my extension is 2204. We thank you for watching today's video source inspection. If you have any questions, give us a call or visit our website, www.scitechprocess.com. There you can see our entire spare parts and equipment catalog. We'll see you next time.